Hello there, welcome to Penpositive. This is Vinod Narayan. Today I have a book for you, Swipe to Unlock by Neel Mehta, Parth and Aditya Agashe. If you've not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe it. And at the end of the video, if you like it, if you really like it, press the like button and then share it if you think that what you watch is something that you want other people to watch as well. So Neel is a product manager with Google, and Parth is a product manager with Facebook, and Adi is a product manager with Microsoft. Which comes to the question, is this book only for product managers? No. It is also for product managers, but it is not just for them. Is it for people who have been in the tech industry for quite some time and who understand technology and terminologies very well, and if they've worked in those technologies before? It is for them, but not just for them. Is it for people who can read and understand English? Yes, I think you should read and understand English unless this book has been translated into other languages. But I've been in the industry for about 25, 26 years, not as a product manager, not in a product company, but in the tech industry. And when you're in the industry for quite a long time, one thing that you realize is that there is so much out there that you don't know. It's not what you know, it's what you don't know, what you realize over time. And what I like about this book is it takes you not through technology, it takes you through the human and business side of technology. We might not be working in the tech field, but we cannot alienate ourselves from anything technology. Everything, the phone that we use, the computer that we use, TV that we see, ads that are targeted at us, everything, we are part of technology. And so over time we have thought that we don't need to ask enough questions. If there is one thing I've learned in my life, is about questions. We don't learn about the world around us by giving answers to it or giving advice to people. We learn by asking questions. And it is much more tough to ask questions than find answers. So the one thing I like about this book is it's all about questions. You take any page. Why did Microsoft run ads making fun of Office? Why did they do it? What happens when you type google.com and hit enter? You do it a million times, but what happens? What is the world's third biggest mobile operating system? iPhone. You have the iOS. You have the Android. What else? Which is the third biggest mobile operating system? Another, how does Pokemon Go work? You've seen people not go for work and play Pokemon, but how does Pokemon Go work? So that's another question. So they're all questions. How can criminals hold your computer for ransom? How can it? How can they? Read it. Another, which countries do Western tech companies most want to expand into? Which countries? See, what they've done is very, very intelligent way of writing a book. They've got 12 chapters. So they've taken about the internet, cloud computing, app economics, big data, hacking and security, hardware and robots, trends going forward is the last chapter. Then you have emerging markets, technology policy, and everything has questions in it and answers to it. How does free mobile data hurt consumers? Did you even think that it hurts consumers? A lot of questions. So, when I was a kid in India, in Kerala, so when we go in the bus, there were people who used to come with books. They sell books. These are small time publishers. They would have written and they publish it and they print it and they go to all these public transport and they sell the books. An interesting type of books that used to come is questions. So questions about science. How does the world work? What is sunrise? What is sunset? What happens in this world? A lot of simple questions about science, which we thought we know, but we did not really know the answers. And this was an interesting thing. So when I read this book, Swipe to Unlock, after 25-26 years in the industry, it took me back to those days when I was in school as a kid, sitting in that bus, wide-eyed with curiosity, listening to all these questions. So when they sell this book, they would shout these questions out. Did you know the answer of this? And then people realize that they don't know the answer and they buy the book. See, many times we need to understand certain things when we ask questions, but we don't ask many questions because we think that we don't know the answer, so the question might be stupid, or people would think we are stupid, and that's why we say there are no stupid questions. Swipe to Unlock is a book that you would want to read yourself, give someone, give it to your kids, because it's not hard to read. And I think just like how science was important and those questions were really important, even now they're important. I'm not saying they're not important, but these are some questions that I think every person need to know, because you use Facebook all the time, you use Google all the time, you use internet all the time, you use your mobile phone. I mean, there's so much happening around the world and you are all part of it, and shouldn't we know what is happening behind it? So Swipe to Unlock is a very interesting read. It doesn't have and yeah, for another thing, if you don't know some of the words that's being said over there, like Linux, library, obviously you would know, but library in the context of software, mockup, Hadoop, jQuery, all these things, they've got a glossary as well. So even if you're not in this field, you can definitely you can read this book and you will learn a lot. You will realize that technology is not something that you cannot reach. You can understand that technology is within your reach, something that you can learn from. So go ahead, buy Swipe to Unlock, and thanks Neel, Parth and Adi for writing this book. And I have your other book about blockchain as well, which I'll probably read and I'll talk about it at that time. Is it going to be as impressive as this one? Let's read it and I'll let you know. Thank you, and all of you, Swipe to Unlock. And if you like the channel, subscribe. No, you have subscribed at the initial part when I asked you, right? Yeah. So like the video and then share it if you think people need to watch and buy the book. Take care. See you again.